They said Gray paved the way, changed the rate, released the pain. Least you sane, getting paid, trend setting, brighter days. Doper rap, tighter sets, high and deadly. I'm a fighter jet, journey.
Muffins Martinez, OG Boricua Don. 10 pounds of podcasts. Haven't done this in forever, and I think we might be upsetting some fans because I'm going to come in here a little hot. But first and foremost, new title, and Muffins Martinez is the most knowledgeable person I've ever talked to with NWA. He knows everything. If he doesn't know it, it did not happen. You can shake your head, no, don't play that bullshit. This man knows mother and everything. Muffins, the NWA Mid American Heavyweight Championship of whatever else is labeled.
Yeah.
Please talk to me about this belt, little history, and then we could just talk.
Yeah, man. Now, we know NWA, it came back. I was happy Billy Corgan brought it back. And you know this man is all about heritage. He wants to bring as many titles from back in the day as much as possible. And he even brought back that horrendous, which I call the Pepto-Bismol National Wrestling title, because it's just pure pinkish. It looks like Pepto-Bismol with the big belt, which your boy Bram just won that, as a matter of fact. So he's the new national heavyweight title champion. But Corgan decided, you know something? We're doing the territories again. He's out there getting different promotions from different cities. You got one in Chicago, one in Tennessee, one in the South. I mean, he's going like every different place and getting different titles or different companies and merging them together to be territories, so you're able to go all around and stay in one section and hit all these places. So he said, well, let's bring back the NWA Mid American Heavyweight title and make that the main title, that whoever wins the title on June 1st will be the one that will go all over the different territories to defend this title. Which how it was back in the NWA days when, you know, Harley Race or Ric Flair or Dusty Rhodes were out defending the title in a different country or somewhere else. You had the national title being the main title for that month or for the next, you know, month or 2 months, as being, okay, Flair's out or Dusty's out with the championship belt. Now we're going to focus on the national title for the next month or two, and whoever is the champion, that's going to be the story now going forward. So that's
now. Will those matches be shown on NWA?
Well, the new stuff, yes, yeah. So when they go into different cities, they will be taped and then shown on the CW.
Oh no, what I'm asking is, you said this title will be on different territory shows, right?
Yes. Well, different territories, and I'm pretty sure they'll be, you know, also taped, so they'll show on an NWA episode on CW, so that way you're able to see, you know, the defenses. Okay, so why would you bring the title back if you're not going to show anybody the title? You know, and this title was back in 1952. You know, is when this title started, and the first champion was Buddy Rogers. Was the first champion back in 1952. And it was the NWA Mid American Heavyweight title. So, you know, I did research and went around. So he was the first champion. Jerry Lawler held it for 343 days. So he was the longest champion ever, was Jerry Lawler. Right. I mean, Bobby Eaton, Beautiful Bobby, held this title 10 times before he was Beautiful Bobby.
Wow.
And before the Midnight Express. Your boy Coco Beware held it 6 times. Nature Boy Brother Andell, the fake Ric Flair, held it 4 times. Jeff Jarrett had it 5 times. I mean, Jerry Lawler held it 3 times. But the funny thing is that from 59 all the way to 1980, it was being defended and then it stopped. And then they took a big break. I don't know what happened to the title, and then it came back in 81. They just disappeared, and then almost a year later it reappeared again, and then now it was just being defended only in Memphis, Tennessee. Then, so that it just got stuck in Memphis there from 1980 to when it got closed back in '87. So from there it went. From there, just stuck in Memphis, Tennessee, and then in '87, it merged with the international AWA International title and the AWA Southern Heavyweight title. They merged those three titles together and then became the CWA Heavyweight Championship, which is Championship Wrestling Association. Back in '87 is when this title got defunct. So now, when you see the video on YouTube, you're gonna see the title, and this title, back in the '50s, back in those days, it looked good. But in 2024, that shit does not look good.
No,
that's just another horrendous title. That's just like, why are you bringing this back? I appreciate the lineage of it. I appreciate he's bringing something back. Present it to the new champion, and then the champion wins it, holds the belt, and then a future show, you give him a new updated title.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, I'm praying that's what happens. Because this title is horrendous. I mean, this title is worse than the Pepto-Bismol title.
So one of two things I got to say. Well, three. I want to drop three things. One, I'm going to be a question to you. One, Coco Beware holding that belt automatically makes me love it because I'm a big fan of Coco Beware. He was my, I was that little kid and he was doing the whole, you know what I mean? He was cooler than shit. Coco Beware.
That was before doing this and Frankie the Bird. So.
Well, that's how I know him. You know what I mean? I know him as Coco Beware, but
exactly. He still had the name Coco, but there was no bird at that time.
Oh,
this is
wow.
before.
So this is prior.
This is pre-Frankie. And to segue out of that, this is what I thought I wanted WWE, and then I found out that I hate WWE or WWF back in those days because I always thought, oh shit, Coco Beware is going here, or the sheep herders are going to WWE. They're gonna go crazy. And what happens is, when I found out, is that Uncle Vince doesn't care what you did out there. No. He's gonna do, and you're gonna be a new person here.
Well,
Coco Beware became Coco Beware a bird. The sheep herders became the bushwhackers. They went from destroying people to doing nonsense. Terry Taylor was a champion out here. He became the Red Rooster, destroyed his whole career after that. A lot of guys were building their names out here, and they will go there to think something good was going to happen, and they get destroyed. I mean, even Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, became the
just about to say. Dusty Rhodes Dusty Rhodes was not allowed to be Dusty Rhodes in WWF. It's fucked up.
He was the polka dot guy.
Yeah. He did the American Dream with the, dancing around and shit like that. Where
there was no American Dream. It was Dusty Rhodes or whatever stupid name they gave him, and his gimmick was the polka dots.
Yeah.
That was his gimmick. And that's when I found out I don't want anybody that I like going to WWE back in those days because they're going to destroy what they built out here.
Well, Vince is like that.
It happened to a lot of guys.
Vince felt that if you're not his guy, then let me cripple you. Let me make you a jobber. And he's a piece of shit, but we know that about Vince. Listen,
you have three questions.
Now,
I'm sorry. I know Coco Beware is your boy. Pre-Frankie. This is pre-Frankie.
Okay. 2, NWA has some of the ugliest belts in the industry.
Well, to be fair, these belts look good in that time frame period. The
Pepto-Bismol belt
was in the 70s. So I'm pretty sure it was a way of his thing in the 70s to the 80s. Then it got changed to an actual national title. And then the mid-80s, it became the United States heavyweight title.
Fam, we're in 2020s, not 1970s or 50s.
Exactly. And that's why I said that hopefully we'll give you this belt as a, commemorative. Oh, God, you're the first guy that won this title since 1987. But then we're going to have a celebration next week or 2 episodes from now, and we're gonna give you a better updated title. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but
I gotta ask, because when we were covering NWA, I think his name was Thrill Billy or Trill Billy. One of those.
Silas.
If he's not holding a belt at this moment, because I do not know, do you think he could be the first person to win this?
He should be the first person to win this for the simple reason that he was the national title, heavyweight title. He defended it a number of times, and then he dropped the title to get his chance at EC3.
EC3, yeah.
And unfortunately, he lost that match. So now he's out on the national title. So now he has no belt. So, which means this could be a nice opening for him, or it could be a new beginning for your other boy there, Kerry Morton.
I like Kerry Morton.
You know, he's always saying that, you know, he's the future heavyweight, even though he's a lightweight or whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, but I mean, that'd be kind of cool if they put it on him, because I mean, he's definitely earned it. I mean, all the work that he's been doing the last couple of years, you know, and going all around. The same with 3 Billy Cyrus. You know, that's another guy who deserves it, but he had a title bigger, you know, recently. So
yeah,
maybe it's time for him, for, you know,
the other shot.
Yeah, Kerry Morton, or maybe somebody, a mid-card guy, you know, Mims.
No. I think that those two are the hot young.
Your boy Mims.
Pause.
Your boy Mims. I mean, I mean, even though he lost his TV title to the man beast out there, the non-buried beast. Oh my God, I forgot her name. You know, the one that, like the World Warrior.
She looks like Mad Max.
Yes.
She looks like
yes,
Mad Max.
I forgot her name, but yeah, she beat him for his TV title, and she's the female TV title, so she got both TV titles now. So, you know, so hopefully Mims or bulletproof guy that's with the Silvio Esquire. I mean, he looks like he could be a champion there. But whoever wins this belt is going to be hitting those territories. You know, like I said, Chicago, Tennessee, Knoxville, Kentucky. You know, so they have a nice, pretty, you know, thing going around now there in this little section, that if something happens with wrestling, we can't make it to the East Coast, we could stay down here. We don't have to go up to the East Coast. We don't have to go down west. We have our niche right here. This is us. We're gonna stay here. You know, we're not bothering anybody else. Let us do our shit here, and we're gonna mind our business and go to our different little promotions here. You know, you can hit those 4 different cities every week, and you keep going around. In a month and a half, you could go to the 6-7 different promotions, and, you know, show every week, defend the title, you know, and then on one of those big NWA shows, you could defend that title there and bring a person from whoever's next to get defended. You bring that person from that little small company that they might not know, and now you put them in a bigger stage, because now you're in the NWA, you're going to be on CW, or you're going to be in a pay-per-view show to show what you got. I mean, that could break, you know, that could be a huge break for a younger person, like they did with Ric Flair.
And the promotion.
They were staying in guys like that. You know, a little opportunity, boom, goes. They give you a good match, and sky's the limit from there.
And NWA has an amazing young roster. With that, you gotta give them credit for that. Their roster's super young.
Yes.
They're super talented. Now I gotta ask you, I don't want to change title things, but I'm gonna ask you, how do you feel EC3 has been as the NWA 10 pounds of gold champion, Sweet Charlotte?
I always wanted him to go back to Impact and pick up where he left up before he jumped to WWE. But it never happened. And now I'm happy that he's doing it here in NWA, because he actually has more freedom now to do what he needs to do. And he's going around different companies and wrestling for other companies and winning their belts and getting to storylines. So he's definitely being pushed as that guy that we all wanted to be pushed in Impact. He's getting that opportunity in NWA, and he's doing it. I mean, I'm happy with him over Tyrus and Murdoch and all those guys that don't look like a champion. He looks like a champion. He dresses like a champion. He acts like a champion. He talks like a champion. He's carrying the name brand NWA the right way. You know, he's out there getting his face out there and doing everything that he's supposed to do. So and doing it the right way.
He wants to hold the belt for 333 days for the EC3 thing. So
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the way he's going, he might get to that. I wouldn't see why not. I don't see anybody like coming up defeating him anytime soon. I know he has Sam Adonis coming up at the Cracker Cup tournament coming up, so that should be interesting. And it's kind of funny because Adonis had left, you know, from there, and then he was in LMW for a while, and then he left LMW, AAA, killing in AAA, and now he's getting a shot at this title back here. So hopefully he might be back in the NWA, you know. And you mentioned about the young roster. I mean, they have one of the best female rosters out there.
Oh, easily.
You know, they got the female title, the TV title, and they have a tag team title, all for females. There's not just one belt.
Now there's one that's like super loved with the crowd. I think her name is Marshall or some shit. Starts with the M. She's like Russian or some shit.
Oh, Markova.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Markova. Why she still hasn't won a title there is because Natalia Markova. This lady has been kicking butt for years everywhere. And I want to say last year when she had that match against Camille.
Oof.
I think that was the one that kind of pushed her up more. And now she's everywhere. I mean, she's competing in Puerto Rico. She's competing in other places. She was just there in Puerto Rico this past weekend. You know,
with Santana.
Yeah, down there in Puerto Rico doing her shit with the NWA show that they had over there in against WC, I believe. But yeah, why she still hasn't got the championship belt or even the TV title is beyond me, because she's the only one that could. Max the Impaler.
Max the Impaler. That's the Mad Max.
The only one that could probably go against Max right now. That's, you know, height-wise, power-wise, and she's Russian. Dude, those Russians, shush, don't get them in the cold, in the snow, because they'll kill you out there in the snow, in the cold. You're done. One-on-one, I'll give up right now because I'm dying right here. I'm going to get killed. But she's doing her shit, man. You know. But for all the people that laughed about Billy Corgan and the mess that happened with Impact, and then he's, you know, he buying a dead company but just buying 3 letters NWA from 2017 till now. I mean, it's been 7 years minus the COVID shit. And the COVID kind of stopped their momentum because they were just hitting that stride with the pay-per-views, and they had a humongous roster with Ricky Starks.
Oh yeah,
Storm,
James Storm.
The EC3 was there.
Storm, Graham, Magnus.
Magnus. Yeah, you know, Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks.
Zicky Dice.
Zicky Dice, who was the TV champ?
For the TV title, when they brought the TV title back. So, and then COVID hit, then everybody was sitting around, and then AEW was doing, you know, pre-COVID with just the wrestlers on each side, and people started going, okay, I want my release because I want to go over there. You know, and now, and then, you know, they took a step backwards, 2-3 steps back, and then be fighting ever since to get back to this point where now, you know, one stupid decision at the last pay-per-view they had messed up from being on TV to an app, unfortunately. And now they haven't had one pay-per-view since because they don't know what CW is going to do with their pay-per-view. So everything that's supposed to be a pay-per-view is now a TV episode.
But I mean, like when you said, like, if you're giving Corgan shit, I don't like Billy Corgan. Like, I'm not a fan of the guy, right?
I love Billy Corgan because what he's doing for wrestling.
But
I know 2 songs from his group. That's it. So,
I don't even know that, but
two songs.
like, I'm not gonna say nothing. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Salute. I don't gotta like your music, but if you're a legendary motherfucker, you're a legendary person. Like, just because I don't like you or your music don't mean shit. But if people go, oh well, the Impact thing, this is that, are you still worrying about 7 years ago? Like, holy, 7 years ago was a long time. Yeah. So if you're hung up on 7 years ago, like right now, if anybody says something about Dixie, why? Anthem has had this fucking company for mad years. It's Anthem's Impact or TNA, whatever you want to call it. Stay out of that past shit. And with him doing the territory things, which that's your era, you loved wrestling with the territories. I didn't know that. All I knew was WWF, right? So I never seen nothing like that. This belt, but it's going to be defended on mad shows and shit like that, and one person, and they're going to plug it. We've been saying MLW should be doing this forever. They're going to do it. Corgan has a mind for the shit, and he's taking NWA. Now, granted, yes, I don't like a lot of the belts. Do I think he should, like you said, 100%, give it, let's modify it after that. Let's pay homage to the belt and then start a new era with the belts. I'm 100% with you on that. Give this guy credit for what he's done, though. Like, NWA's came a long way. And with their young roster, they're murdering it. I don't care what anyone thinks. They did one stupid bonehead thing under his reign. It kicked him in his ass. And I guarantee you nothing like that will be shown again. But you know what I mean? He's doing the damn thing. NWA has another belt. This was the idea of it's super dope. The history of it is fucking amazing. So,
and what I like about this, that anytime whoever the new champion is could lose this belt at another show, NWA Exodus, NWA Chicago, NWA JCP, which is the Catanza family, and then that person they feel could be ready. Boom! Now that person's being catapulted to the CW app. Whoever's watching this app, and I'm pretty sure there's not millions, and there's not 100,000s, but I'm pretty sure there's thousands of fans who are watching the CW app are going to see whoever the new champion is from one of the small company. And if you're watching it, someone big from a big company is watching it too and say, yo, you got to watch this episode because this new kid that's the Mid American champion from this small company, this dude has the look and he can talk and he can do that. If people think that they're not, if they're not watching matches from Impact, MLW, NWA, if you think people ain't scouting people like that, you're fucking mistaken. And NWA, not for nothing, even if I don't like the shit, there are people like you who grew up and love this shit, and now they have an opportunity to watch NWA again. So they're going to get reeled back into it because it's their product. It's what they fell in love with. But yeah, I don't want to hear anyone say, oh man, nobody's watching that shit. It's your job to watch it if you're in this industry. Because if you sit there and go, oh shit, I like this Drill Billy, I like Kerry Morton, I like this, I like that, BRG, the only way you're going to watch it is if you watch them, if you're watching the product they're on. That's how you scout people. You don't really have to even go into a venues no more. That's dead. Social media, you see everybody's work. So you sit back, you start watching anyone with a buzz, word goes around, you scout them, you go, well, we're the top dogs. I want this guy. And then you put whoever you need to get in touch with these people and say, this is who I want and I need them. Because how the WWE is getting guys or females to come to their tryouts is because they saw them out there. Somebody saw it. Somebody told, hey, Triple H or whoever is under him to get this trials ready. Hey, this person, we should give him a look. And they come out, and then you see them in a T-shirt on a post, and you got holy shit. I remember her from just had a couple of matches down here, or this guy just had a match here, NWA, and that's how they get seen because somebody's talking about it, And now they get seen. They might not be WWE ready, but they got seen. They were invited. Dude, to get invited to something, that's like going to a AAA tryout. Or a basketball camp tryout. If somebody saw you, they invited you. You got your foot in. Now you got to go back and work harder And when the door opens, boom, it's your turn, and then you either tail your tail between your legs and run, or you take that ball and say, "Yo, I'm going in."
I mean,
so, ain't
it's
nobody
like
gonna mess my shit.
What's that shorty that I like from OVW that she smoked weed and messed herself up?
Oh, Haley J.
Hollywood Haley J.
Hollywood Haley J. Yes.
So Hollywood Haley J. She got a quick buzz. Everybody was Hollywood Haley J. I haven't heard shit about this girl since whatever happened in that WWE tryout.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she was supposed to go, and then something medical happened, and they're supposed to bring her back in the future, and that was last year. So,
but you don't hear her buzz like
in
that.
2024. Yeah,
her buzz isn't a buzz no more.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because then after the wrestlers show on Netflix, they got hot again, and then.
But if you're telling me that nobody watched her on, because after that Netflix shit is when it happened, right?
Yeah.
You're saying that nobody sat back? Nobody. There's a lot of nobodies going on right now. Yeah. Nobody watches MLW. Nobody watches NWA. Nobody watches Impact. But somehow all these people are wanted in WWE or AEW. A lot of nobodies are watching nobodies. So I'm just saying this. Hey, I guess we're a bunch of nobodies because we watch it all. I think we hit everything on everything, right? We gotta. Yes. Unfortunately, usually we're the ones on bad time. We're a bunch of Puerto Ricans. People will say we're always late. We're fashionably early. That's why I think we are. So we gotta wait to hit you with the full MLW shit. We talk NWA. We talk Salina de la Renta, El Jefe, and sometime this week, you'll get Rob K with the three of us. And for myself, Muffins Martinez, NWA 10 Pounds of Podcast. We out of here. Deuces.
Balloons!